we're ready to actually start creating our Flash file. Go to File, New. Make sure you select ActionScript 2.0 and not 3.0 because 3.0 is not yet supported. This will give you what we call a stage. Go ahead and find your Properties window. Under Properties, look for Profile Default and then click on the Edit button to the right. Find the Flash tab and then set the player to Flash Player 8. Flash Player 10 is not quite supported yet. Then go to the Formats tab and uncheck HTML. Then hit OK. You are going to need to do this every time you create a new Flash file, I'm afraid. Next, we might want to go and set the size. Since this is a menu, we probably want it to be as large as a full screen. So we'll change the dimensions to 1900 by 1200. If you're going to guess at these, you probably want to make them wider than they are tall because they will always be letterboxed if they're too wide, which actually tends to work out. You might also want to change the stage color to something roughly like what will be in the game. Probably a dark gray is fairly representative. Next, we're going to put our logo into our menus. Now we have a Unreal Tournament logo here. There are a couple things you need to make sure of when you make this kind of logo. First of all, you should, as much as possible, try to make its dimensions powers of 2. So 256, 512, 1024, that sort of thing. You can put it into UDK if it is not in a power of 2, but it's very likely to be distorted if you do so. The next thing is to make sure that it is in the right place. So we have, this is our logo, we have put it in the same, so this is our Flash file, sftutorialflash.fla. In that same directory, we've created a new directory with the exact same name, sftutorialflash. And inside that directory, we've put any text file, image files that we are going to import into UDK. Once it's in that directory structure, we can actually import it into our Flash file. So go to File, Import, Import to Stage. Find that file, in our case UT3 logo. It should be a PNG file, generally speaking. And then we have it in our stage. Once it's there, you can click on it, find Align. If you click on Align to Stage, then you can align vertically, and that will put it right in the middle of your stage. The next thing we need to do is right-click on it and go to Convert to Symbol. We're going to be doing this a lot. Go ahead and call it, we're going to call it SF Logo for Scaleform Logo. It's going to be a movie clip. The registration doesn't really matter too much for now, but once it becomes a symbol, it will show up in our library. In addition, if you look at the properties of a symbol, you will find that there is this instance name. This is very important because if you're going to manipulate any images in ActionScript or in Unreal Script, you need to know all of the instance names. So we're going to call this one Scaleform Logo _MC, which is my shorthand for saying that this is an instance of that particular symbol. Okay, next I'm going to go down to the layer. I'm going to call this logo. I'm going to lock it, and I'm going to create, oh no, before I lock it. Since this is a rasterized image, there are some things you need to do to it, to massage it, to make sure it can be imported into UDK. So go to your library, find this ut_logo.png, it's the one that has the little tree next to it, right click on it and select Properties. in Properties, make sure that you take off the extension to this name, because UDK does not particularly like periods. Also click on Allow Smoothing so that it can be resized without too much pixelation, and change the compression to lossless PNG. If you are in this view, click on Advanced, and then make sure that your linkage can export for ActionScript, export in frame 1, and once again remove that extension and click on OK. And now our logo is good to go. We can lock that layer.